happened to you in your line of duty, and how did you deal with it? Because there's times he provides security bouncer, that is the word, bouncer, yeah. Anafanyanga kwa klabu, saa zingine ako kwa gym, saa zingine ana train watu nini nini. So he was telling me that there's a time, I think he was in a club in Westi where like there's this dude who just woke up akaacha girlfriend yake pale kwa meza akakuja akamwambia leo naenda na wewe home, leo naenda na wewe home. I was like, really bro? And what did you do? Like, how was your reaction, and what did the people around you, say? Because that must have been extremely dramatic. And he was like, nah, I pushed him back and told him, you're picking on the wrong one. Because this guy is built, he's super muscular, so to say. And he was actually telling me that there's an outburst and an upsurge of married straight men who are dating other men or seeking sexual pleasure from fellow men or from other men. And I was like, what do you mean married straight men seeking sexual pleasure and satisfaction from other men? And he told me it's actually a thing. And the story he actually gave me was somebody who had approached him before, somebody who works in the KDF, in fact. So I was like, really? How do you know? He says, yeah, this person approached me saying we can da 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 da. I was like, maybe did he approach you from a point of, him wanting emotional support or confessing what he went through that led him to be like that? Or he approached you in a sense that he wants you sexually? And he showed me the person. The person is really thug with a gun, pale, KBC, manen, not KBC, KDF, the defense forces, Ooh, child. So I was like, in my response, is like the reason why possibly there could be an upsurge if he actually believes that there's an upsurge, and I believe there is, because if you look at the stats in the United States, the DL culture is really big over there. I think there's a time I was scrolling through TikTok. Was it a TikTok reel or it was on YouTube? Where somebody was actually prophesying and saying that more men are going to start finding closure, peace in their fellow men, because women are super competitive. Most women don't want to listen. And in fact, recently I did an update that said it was a conversation sit down on the Oprah Winfrey podcast with Scott Galloway. He said, as time goes by, the number of men who are going out to ask women for sex and even to ask them out personally is shrinking. The percentage is now just 45%. The rest are sick and tired. Like, they move on too fast. We even saw Hollywood celebrities like, Willow Smith, who said like she's looking for at least for a man to ask her out, because most men are so sick and tired, and those that should do it are now finding even solace and pleasure in other men. Yes, even right here in Kenya, there's even a viral video where a lady said the rate at which men are moving on is concerning. Is concerning. Like, a man hits up on a shorty, hey, I want you, and the girl says no. The dude moves on like you never existed. So I don't know, is it contributing as well to men finding or seeking pleasure in other men? But I'd also like to say, if you're a man who is straight, you consider yourself straight, you're married, you have kids, you have a wife, and you're still messing around with a dude, it just shows that you're dishonest about who you are. Like, be very clear. You either are into men and stick by that route, or stick with women and stick to that route fully. Otherwise, if you dip it in the A double S and then you come and dip it in the VAGINA, you might cause a disaster, not only to you, but even to your partner and even your kids, because that means dad is not honest. If dad is DL, I can only imagine if it gets out there. But it's not even about getting out there. It's about upholding your stand as a man, because that's what really, a man is defined by where he stands and the people who stands by him. So I find it to be really controversial, but I'm not shocked, because as well it could be because he was telling me that probably the reason why the guy got into that marriage is to put up a show in a way that he's protecting himself from what he likes. And there was even a time when somebody said, a man will take so long to ejaculate in you if she's doing it with a woman, but when he does it with another dude, he ejaculates immediately, because that's what pleasured him the most. And I was just, bruh, is this happening for real, for real, for real? Or this is a movie? It's happening even right now as we speak. And that's just literally the real world out there. It could be also the dude is bi or curious or the man. But I wonder, how could a 45, close to 50-year-old man be curious? As in, what did you do in your 30s, in your 20s, even in your 40s? Your curiosity should have died right over there. But you're almost 47, you've been in a marriage for 10 plus years, and you're still messing around with fellow men, and you have a woman with kids. How? I mean, I'm not condemning you, but I just find it not appropriate, especially if you have kids. Especially if you have kids, yeah. For the sake of your kids, either stick to the woman and be honest with it and the act, or get out and do it with the men. Because I think as time goes by, we are going to experience that a lot, a lot, a lot. And I pray. Also, it could be lust, broken heart, broken trust, broken spirit, broken mindset in a way that this person maybe was sexually harassed, or for a very long time they were struggling with those feelings and they never got a chance to either speak on them or somebody to pray over them or to guide them. And so they rather get married, have kids, provide for them, and do their own thing at their comfortable time whenever they find, time to mess around. Like you find somebody, a married man, amewacha watoto ushago, ameenda Mombasa kwa vacation na boys wake. Na umeshavua tu hiyo ushago. Hey, manze, me if I was your child, if I know that, hey, that all the money you've ever spent on your boy, I want it. Cause what? What do you mean? If you wanna do men, just do men. If you wanna do women, do women. Cause yes, the power is in your hands, but for the purposes of authenticity, honesty, dignity, if you have kids, please don't do it. Yeah, that would be my word on it. But yeah, curious by curious, all those things are things of this age and time. So I was not shocked. I'm not shocked that much because it doesn't sound like something new under the sun anymore. What do you make of this? If you're a lady and you found out that your man has his boy, where they go spend time and have a good time. If you find out, what would you do? And are you a lady? Are you in a marriage? Are you in a relationship? Do you suspect that your man has his homie or his boy and they always travel to do things and they're happy with each other and he's never happy when he's with you, but he's always happy with his homie? Let me know.